segment where we are about to hear from Angela Heron, or known otherwise as Sister Bunny. She is one of the founding members of the 12 Tribes of Israel in Kingston, Jamaica since 1970. And you would appreciate that we can't talk about our migration stories without talking about the role of Rastafari. She holds a Bachelor's of Science in Geography and Sociology and a Master's in Community Development, both from UWI-Mona. And she has done executive management training in the United States at Penn State and Bristol. She's a retired administrator of student affairs and estate management at Mona. She is a co-founder of Motherland Promotions, which is a collective within the 12 Tribes of Israel that works on local and diasporan fundraising activities that support the Jamaican Rastafari Development Community School, which is a kindergarten and an elementary school in Shashamane, Ethiopia. And what she has done is based on her extended visits to Shashamane between 2004 and 220. She has been conducting research on the lives of Jamaican Rastafarians in Shashamane. I'm pretty sure that that was her hollering to get some support, some technical support. It's okay. So we'll wait. Is he here? Is he coming to assist you? Welcome, Sister Bunny. And I also want to say that Sister Bunny is the mama of my good friend Taitu. Most of you probably know her as the head of WAND, the Women and Development in Barbados at the Open Campus. So we're going to ask you to unmute so that we can hear you. Turn your mic on.
Yeah, I'm
there you are, there you are, yes. Welcome, welcome, Sister Bunny.
You know, I have been sitting down all this time. I've listened to quite a number of speakers. And before my son left, he put my presentation on the screen and said, all I have to do is press that to start. You have to understand this is the first time I'm doing Zoom meeting at all. So I'm a little new, yeah?
Now, if you are comfortable, you can go ahead and speak without the presentation.
No.
Okay.
On my work,
okay.
not,
Okay.
no. Ledge. You will soon come. But until.
Okay, hold a minute. Can we have somebody else go forward and then we come back to you, Sister Bunny, while we wait for
No problem.
No problem? Yeah, we can do that, Ayana. Just go on to Princess thing just died. So let's have the video.
No, I think that.
Oh, she's ready. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Ledge.
Yes, Mayor.
Where is screen?
Hold on, I'm coming out here.
Where is something?
You expect to abandon us like that?
No.
Son?
No, son is here.
Okay.
We closed it accidentally.
Okay.
We did. You stayed with the same place, migrant story, right?
Okay.
Yes.
That's music. Migrant stories. Yeah.
Which one is it? The PowerPoint migration story?
Yes. Yay!
Presentation mode, right?
Yes.
This?
Yeah.
We share. Here.
And then share down there.
That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hello. Wow. Please forgive me. I'm a little excited. But you've all obviously done Zoom meetings many times before. And the only Zoom meeting I've done is my grandchildren's birthday parties. And all I had to do was sit. Yeah? And why are you laughing? Oh no, she's not talking to me. Can I start? Where do I start, Liz?
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
No.
Fortitude.
Greetings. Greetings. My name is Angela Heron, aka Sister Bunny. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So my presentation is Faith and Fortitude, the Return Home. Talks about Rastafarians who left Jamaica and went to Shashamane. Next screen shows the distance we had to travel, 250 kilometers, which in the 70s took 8 hours. Now it takes 4 hours. Trigger, what is the trigger for repatriation? Haile Selassie was crowned King of Ethiopia in 1930, and material support was sent by Black people after Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1935. In appreciation, in 1948, Haile Selassie granted 500 acres of fertile land in Shashamane to persons who were desirous of settling there. A total of 28 brethren and sisters from the 12 tribes of Israel were sent to Ethiopia between 1972 and 1984. In 2004, when I went, 19 remained. Each of the 19 was asked the same 4 questions, and each answered in ways linked to their background. You will soon understand. Today, the 7 members tell their migration stories, starting with Crier Asher, who arrived in Shashamane in 1972. Now, Crier, coming from an island, his first impression was never-ending land that he saw. The language was strange. There was no electricity or running water. And one thing was that he heard about gold, but found none. His sad experiences were he was imprisoned by the army for not having a resident permit. He bought building material to build his house, and all the material was stolen by the local people. And in addition, some of the land was captured by the local people. However, on the other side, he had happy experiences. He got 5 hectares of land, that's 12.5 acres. And this was approved for each of the brethren. He received his resident permit, and in his language, I took a wife, Metelex Worku, and she has been very good to me. His message to those in the West: this heavenly mansion prepared for I and I, but you must have money and you must have a skill. Crier sells knitted tams and handbags made by himself and his wife, sold especially to TTI members and tourists when they visit. This is their house, 7 children, made in what we call Watland dog, and in Ethiopia it's called chicken. And there is Crier with his wife and his goods on sale. Next came Brother Zion Gad, who came 2 years later. Again, his background, he couldn't understand why the rain wouldn't stop falling. And for him, life was hard. No family, no children. And he found that after 30 years, life was still hard. Now he went there to do the work of God. And he said he did not know that the work of God could be so hard. Nevertheless, his happiest experience was the fact he had a wife, Alma's, of 20 years, and she has given him 6 children. The message to those in the West: come prepared for hard work. Zion currently grows corn and vegetables, and he takes them to the market for sale. Here is Zion, his wife Alma, and one of his 7 children. And that is his house, which he built with help from the 12 tribes of Israel. Then Brother Flippin, totally different person, and his wife Yvonne. When he first came, he noticed that the monarchy had given way to the communist regime. Nevertheless, Food was abundant and prices cheap. His saddest experience is that his first child with Yvonne died. Both were devastating. His happiest experience, his second child lived. And he delivered 3 babies by himself, and he got guidelines from a book. I find that remarkable. The message to us, come to the land and stay. One of Flippin's 9 children was born with a defective heart. As a result, Yvonne took him to England and remained for a while, and she worked and sent home money to Ethiopia for Flippin to look after the other 8 children. Brother Flippin had a home school giving private lessons in English, maths, and Bible studies. The home school developed with support from Rastafarians in Shashamane as well as the US and the Shashamane Foundation in the US into what is now the Jamaican Rastafarian Development Community School. On the left is a sign at the school gate, and on the right is a house for the kindergarten students. Next, you'll see the house that Flippin lived with his family at first. And that's where he lived with some of his children. And the house in 2004, when I went on the right, that was where all his family was. Here are his children. And there is inside the house, a 12-seater. And if you know that the 12 tribes of Israel, we would have a dining table that can suit 12 people. The next was Brother Desai, arrived in 1975. He envisioned acacia trees, and he came and saw his dream fulfilled. He was unhappy when his wife and 2 sons came to Ethiopia, but did not stay. He had a wonderful experience when he broke the Ethiopian 100-meter record, 10.3 seconds at the Ethiopian Stadium, and got a gold medal from the dirt. His message to us, before you come, you must get a skill and academic qualifications. His main activities, Brother Desi is the chairman of the JRDC, the NGO which runs the current JRDC school. And finally, there is Desi with his wife, Ethiopian wife, Mabrat, and his 4 children. And again, Desi in front of his house. Finally, Brother Desai and Sister Joan, they arrived in 1976. Joan described conditions that everybody faced really. No running water, clothes taken to the river to wash, and rainwater used for drinking. She sold some of her own clothes, and then she sold panties for sale. She lived along with the children in a 1-room chica mud house, which you saw in that picture. An unhappy experience, the chica house was broken into and thieves cleaned out everything. TV, video, blender, shoes, camera, everything. At that stage, she wanted to return to Jamaica, but members on the land gave me support and encouragement. Her happiest experience when she and Desai were together in Jamaica, they did not have children. When she came to Ethiopia, she had 6 children. Message to those in the West: life is very difficult if you do not have qualifications. Main activities: Joan and Desai now live in a 4-bedroom house. She operates a small grocery shop and restaurant and sells Ethiopian craft and clothes, while Brother Desai grows and sells ground provisions, potatoes, carrots, and bananas. 2004, when I went, Joan had the 6 children ranging from 14 to 26, as well as grandchildren. There is Desai and the house in the background while he's doing his farm. And on the right is potatoes and papaya and beautiful Sister Joan. All right, let us look back. Manifestation of faith and fortitude on the land. When they all arrived, they didn't have any income. So they farmed, they sold craft, and a few brethren and sisters opened restaurants. But they had the hostility of the local folk who also stole from them. They learned the language and the culture, and their brethren married local women, which helped. Initially, poor health services. 3 babies died at childbirth. And the solution for the brethren and sisters was to learn basic first aid to help the locals as well, and to learn to deliver babies. Theft of building material was common amongst almost all of them, and taking away of some of the land. The solution was to share the farm produce and employ locals to help farm and build. There were very poor roads, and remember, no water supply. So the Rastafarians formed what was called the Jamaican Rastafarian Development Community to work with local government on water mains and the school. Also, initially, they had none or poor housing, and the brethren built houses and shops. And then finally, no schooling, because when they brought up their children speaking English, and the Ethiopian schools did not provide that opportunity. So the GRD, the brethren and sisters built the GRDC with help from local Rastafarians and from Rastafarians abroad. And that's it, brothers and sisters. I hope you have enjoyed.
Yes, we have. Thank you very much, Sister Bunny. It's interesting to me to note that the most common thing was that the brothers and sisters said, come with a trade, come with academic qualifications, so that it wouldn't be that difficult. Thank you very much, Sister Bunny. In the chat, everybody is paying their gratitude. Thanks, Sister Bunny. Thanks for sharing such varied experiences going back home to Africa. Dedication and fortitude, Sister Bunny. Very useful set of questions in the study from Dr. Richards.